My name is Patton. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm the CEO of a hospital, but I mainly do private equity. Like Ernesto and Tim, my career has taken me around the world, and so I've traveled quite a bit. And in all that traveling, I kept thinking, oh, I'm not going to worry about my personal life because someday I'm going to run into somebody and she's going to be the one and it'll all work out. Because there's no real roadmap to falling in love. There's a roadmap to becoming a doctor, there's a roadmap for a lot of things. But for falling in love, you don't have a roadmap. And so I was living in the Middle East, in Dubai for like 4 years, and it's kind of the later part of my 20s, and I didn't have like the most active personal life, and I thought, I don't want to be here another 5 years and still be single. Like, I really do want to move back to the States and kind of like move on to the next chapter in my life, which to me was finding someone I can really, be with for the rest of my life. And I moved back in 2011, and it's funny, I got a call after being back like 8 months. And at first I was like, no, I'm trying to meet like a genuinely good person, because I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna cast a whole bunch of drama queens. And then, as the details were unveiled to me, it started to sound more and more legit. And then Eva called and said, hey, I wouldn't put my name on something unless I thought it was legitimate and that you would really find someone, because I'm not just trying to create drama for good TV. I think good TV will come out of the fact that you fall for more than one person. And that kind of sold me. I was like, all right, so you're gonna try to find 12 unbelievable girls that I connect with? She's like, yeah, because if you fall for more than one, that's where all the good TV will come. And I was like, all right, you're selling me. I was pretty much sold, when she said that. What I was looking for when I came here was a woman that I feel will be not just my best friend, not just like my confidant, my teammate through thick and thin, but a great mother as well, because I had an unbelievable mother, and I want that for my kids. My hopes and expectations. I hope to meet the woman of my dreams. I expect to meet a lot of amazing women. Whether or not the matchmakers really understand what I'm looking for is kind of to be told. Working with the matchmakers was great for me because I've never had a relationship coach or somebody who's a matchmaker in my life. It's always been a family member or friend saying, oh, I think you'd be great with this girl. And these people have an entire career built around making basically compatible matches, helping two people fall in love. And their advice and their counsel was really helpful for me, because I realized that part of the reason I was probably having so much difficulty falling in love in the past was not because there weren't amazing women in my life. It's because I had certain things that I was doing that was kind of blockading my emotions. Essentially, I had walls up that I didn't even think about. So that has really helped me, and their advice was amazing. I have to admit, there were times when I thought, these girls are too good to be true, matchmakers must be telling them exactly what to say. I mean, seriously. I was like, how do I know I'm really meeting this girl or meeting the version you told her to be? And so there were times when I was, skeptical about the whole matchmaking relationship coach process, because I thought all they're gonna do is they're gonna make me fall in love with this idea. But, they assured me, they said, look, we don't tell these girls what to say. We don't tell them anything. All we do is say, hey, these are great strengths of yours. You should highlight those, because he'll find those really attractive. So it was an adventure. The fact that there was no expectation, there was no pressure, was amazing, because I'll tell you what that does is it actually allows you to go in there and be real and be honest. You're not, saying, oh, I'm crazy about you because I know in 8 weeks I got to propose. You're really going into it saying, well, I like you, and I don't know what we can be. And you allow the emotions to organically grow. If they're going to be there, they are. If they're not, nobody's holding a gun to your head. And so that made it real. The second thing is, these guys, and I'm not trying to, toot my own horn, but they're amazing guys. They're not the kind of guys that said, oh, I want to be on television. We were guys who were saying, look, my life is great. If anything, this kind of an activity could make it worse. So we all came in here a little bit skeptical, but kind of having faith in what Eva told us. I promise you, you'll find amazing women through this. And she was absolutely right. She was very right. guys too. I'm being honest. Like, as I said earlier, I got advice here that I think helped me fall in love. And without that advice, I'd probably still have like certain walls up that wouldn't have allowed that kind of a deep connection to occur. So I think it really is informational, and not just for women. Like, I really think guys, whether or not you're, in a relationship or not, like, I think you're going to hear stuff in there that if you just say, hey, maybe I need to try that, take that advice from Hussey or Tracy or Amber, and you'll find that you're able to get to a place in a relationship that maybe you weren't before.